Astonishing.
Epic.
Unbelievable.
Unhinged.
Gripping.
Insane.
The best racetrack in the world. This track is heavy, it's good.
Neither the blustering winds nor the gathering storm clouds could dampen the excitement of the final that was to come in the World Downhill Skateboarding Championship in Erzincan, Turkey. Down one of the fastest tracks in the world, the WDSC delivered all the thrills and spills we expect from this exhilarating event. Welcome to the opening event of the 2024 World Downhill Skateboarding Championship. After last year's success, the WDSC Tour returned to the mighty Erzincan in Erzincan to bring you 3 days of epic battles, dramatic overtakes, and high-speed racing.
Yeah, we compare it to Vulcan in Romania, which is like 115. But here the road has many features, which is interesting to skate on. At the moment, this is the fastest track we have, and I love to skate it.
So it's just amazing, really, that the WDSC can provide these sort of venues, which I think is very important at the highest level of our sport.
32 fearless riders representing 19 nationalities suited up in the open skates and open street luge category to battle it out against each other and the elements to be crowned champion in Erzincan. In this program, we bring you all the action from the open skate category.
Can you hear the sound of thunder?
22 riders from 15 nationalities were ready for the open skate category. The two-time defending and world champion Diego Poncelet of Spain looked to defend his title and get the 2024 season off on the right foot. The absences of Harry Clark and Alexandros Soganakis made Poncelet the man to beat in Erzincan.
I mean, the objective is always to win, but I know that this is a very difficult track with great riders all around, so it's going to be a huge challenge. More than anything, I just hope we can get some clean skating today, because the weather is a bit uncertain, but it's looking good so far. Of course, the absence of Harry and Alexandros can be felt, but we still have incredibly fast people such as Stefano, and Frenchie, my friend Greg, who I've had so many close competitions over the years with him. So, like, of course, it would be nice if they were here, but at the same time, we can tell that this is a World Cup.
French sensations Antoine Carlotti and Andreas Bouclier want to build on their knowledge of the track from last year to challenge the pack in this year's competition.
I'm really happy to be back. It's my favorite hill in the world, I think, for racing. It's incredible. We have some new wheels with 88 Wilco, and they are performing super well, so it's very exciting, you know. It's like a new race. I came here, didn't know really what to expect, and it's super good.
Another French rider, Adrien Paynel, who was absent last year, is keen to get his wheels spinning down Erzincan and hoping for a good result to start off the year. As ever, US riders are always in top contention, with Owen Fox and Adam Westphal being two names to look out for this year. Fox had an unfortunate accident last year, but he's trained hard and is ready to challenge for a podium finish.
Last time we were here was definitely a bit of a roller coaster, especially for me. It's always a unique time at a new track, especially a track of this caliber, but it feels good to be back. I know the track this time. I've had a couple months to prepare and train specifically for this track, so I'm feeling really good. It's better than I was last time. Curious to see how things stack up for the next couple days, but for right now, I'm just happy to be doing better than I was last time.
So, I mean, you know, tactic number one is just stay on the board. So we're gonna try to, you know, kick in hard and see if we can get in front and then just stay on top. So, you know, I know some places I'm trying to pick up time here and there, but mostly it's gonna be about just, you know, keeping it consistent, controlled, and, you know, quick enough to stay in front, but controlled enough to stay upright.
Gregoire Schwab of Switzerland, who won in Kozakov in 2022 and fought hard against Poncelet in the final in Aksaray, is joined by fellow countryman Fabio Minning, and both riders are keen to make their mark from the start.
Last year we had just a POV of a luger, and we didn't expect this much of insanity on this track. But this year everybody prepared way more than last year, I think, and got mentally more ready to.
Other notable competitors like Stefano Barbizzi from Italy, Olav Oye from Norway, and Oscar Gutierrez from Mexico round up the open skate category, while Lisa Peters from the Netherlands will race amongst the men as the only female rider to brave this year's race.
Yeah, I'm sad there are not other girls. The only positive thing is that it takes all the pressure away from me to compete in women class. So I see this event more as a very good learning experience to compete with the open class with all the boys. I already, like the last 2 days, I learned so much by just following their lines. And I'm just gonna enjoy it and try to keep up with them, try to learn as much as possible. And maybe, hopefully next year, more women will join the race. They should.
The qualification was decided in 3 stages of elimination, similar to that of Formula One. The fastest 16 riders out of the starting 22 in Q1 moved up to the Q2 round. The fastest 8 riders then progressed on to the Q3 round. In Q1, names like Lisa Peters and Olav Oye were unable to keep up with the pace of their opponents and were eliminated from the competition. In Q2, championship favorites Adam Westphal and Andreas Bouclier also failed to make the cut and were unable to advance. In Q3, the top 8 riders fought a tough battle with Diego Poncelet and Adrien Paynel neck and neck throughout. In the end, Poncelet beat out his opponent by a 150 millisecond margin and won the qualifying round. The racing started with the elimination rounds where 22 athletes rode in 8 heats of 2 or 3, with the top 2 riders progressing on to the quarterfinals. In the first heat, Diego Poncelet and Oscar Gutierrez had flawless runs to move into the next round. In the second heat, Stefano Barbizzi and Oscar Clevo outpaced Francesco Bonventre to move into the quarterfinals. In the third heat, Dexter Manning had a clear run to the finish, but Al Nasrullah and Jose Valdez crashed in turn 3. Both riders made it back on their boards, but Al Nasrullah edged out Valdez to advance to the quarterfinals. The fourth heat was full of top contenders, with Bouclier, Fox and Oye battling it out to move on in the competition. However, Oye could not keep up with the pace of his competitors and came in third. In the fifth heat, Adam Westphal crashed in turn 5, but was able to recover in time to move on to the quarterfinals along with Schwab. Heat 6 was between Fabio Minning, Cristiano Medusa, and Lisa Peters. Fabio Minning led the race from the beginning, but Medusa lost control on the 4th turn and did not recover in time. Peters and Minning moved into the quarters. In Heat 7, Billy Aston had back-to-back crashes and could not complete the course, which meant Antoine Carlotti and Valera Fles moved on to the quarters. The 8th heat was a showdown between Adrien Paynel and Michia Harness, and both riders rode a clean and safe run to progress on to the next round. The first heat of the quarterfinals saw Diego Poncelet, Stefano Barbizzi, Oscar Gutierrez, and Oscar Clevo line up to settle their differences. Right from the start, Barbizzi puts in a huge effort and claims first place with Diego Poncelet in second and Gutierrez in third. Clevo had to settle for 4th. Poncelet takes the 4th turn well and flies by Barbizzi on the following straight to take first place. Oscar carries his momentum well and passes Diego Poncelet on the inside, but is too fast coming into the notorious 6th turn. He's unable to keep it under control and crashes into the bales. His loose board almost takes out Poncelet, but the Spaniard recovers well to carry on. Poncelet and Barbizzi are in control and opening up a gap coming into turn number 8, but Clevo is determined not to give up and gives chase. However, the pair play it safe in the final few turns and come in first and second and claim their spots in the semifinals. Back at the top of the course, Owen Fox, Dexter Manning, Andreas Bouclier, and Hussein Al Nasrullah are ready to start the second heat. The riders all have similar starts and are bunched up, but Hussein edges into first with Bouclier second, Manning third, and Fox in 4th. Dexter tucks low and gathers enough speed through the 3rd turn to pass Andreas Bouclier on the outside. almost manages to pass Hussein Al Nasrullah out of the fourth turn, but he's unable to keep his line and wobbles slightly and clips the hay with his board, and he falls down. Owen Fox is lucky not to have been caught up as well and avoids disaster. Coming to turn 6, Bouclier is in first with Al Nasrullah second and Fox third. They bunch up but pass through 6 smoothly and carefully. Into turn 9, Owen Fox carries plenty of speed and is able to pass Al Nasrullah on the outside to move into the second position. Fox is having a great race and now has momentum. He passes Bouclier in turn 11 to finish first and moves into the semis alongside the Frenchman. The next heat is ready with Adam Westphal, Gregoire Schwab, Fabio Minning, and Lisa Peters lined up and eager to push off. And they're off with a really good start from Adam Westphal, who immediately takes first. Gregoire Schwab just edges out Minning to take second spot. Lisa Peters gives chase from fourth spot. Passing through the third and fourth turns, Schwab keeps his tuck for longer to gather speed and passes by Westphal to move into first position. Coming up on the sixth turn, Minning carries his speed well and passes Westphal on the outside, but he's unable to slow down enough and crashes into the mat. Westphal and Schwab know they're almost in the semis and try to ride the final few corners fast, but cautiously. Lisa Peters has a tumble close to the finish, but is able to continue. The heat finishes with Gregoire Schwab first and Adam Westphal second. Fabio Minning comes in third and Lisa Peters fourth. In the last quarterfinal heat, Adrian Paynel lines up alongside Antoine Carlotti, Mikea Harness, and Valera Fless. And the race is on with Paynel making a flying start to claim first, with Carlotti and Mikea in second and third, and Fless in fourth. Coming into the fourth turn, the riders are having a smooth race, but Valera Fless misjudges his speed and clips the hay on the exit and wipes out. Coming into turn 6, Mikea Harness is in hot pursuit of Antoine Carlotti and manages to catch up and is now neck and neck with the French rider. Further down the mountain, Harness finally catches up to and passes Carlotti at turn number 9 to move into second position. At the finish line is Adrian Paynel first with Mikea Harness second. Antoine Carlotti and Valera Fless have to settle for third and fourth spots respectively.
He was on and he did a super good job. He passed me in the left. I did everything I could. I drafted him right off the right corner. He took it super well. Yeah, it's a bummer. I wish I raced in the rain. I wish I did it different, of course, but it's part of the game.
First semifinals of the skate competition saw Diego Poncelet in red, Stefano Barbizzi in blue, with Owen Fox in green and Andreas Bouclier in yellow.